One of the major politicians that I have always opposed in the U.S. and found him to be a symbol of first worldism has been Bernie Sanders, and his whole flavor of giving the free stuff to first world people in order to bribe them away from radical politics. And one of the reasons that makes this first worldism is that it bribes them away from fighting imperialism, which is what's consistently slaughtering third world people. And the lack of revolutionary potential, because they can be so easily bribed, is what makes first world people reactionary. Now, it has now been shown by information that is available to the public that Bernie Sanders took more money from defense contractor lobbyists than any politician in 2016. As we can see here from the data that is available at Open Secret, Bernie Sanders has taken more money than anyone else. In fact, the top 10 are mostly comprised of Republicans, which one would expect to see, and 2 Democrats. The other Democrat was way at the bottom. But Bernie Sanders, the great first worldist hope, the one who many first worldists claimed was going to be standing up to the war machine, was the one who actually took the most money. Now, keep in mind that Bernie Sanders has been one of the voices that has been warning us of the supposed hacking of the U.S. election by Russia, a claim of which we have yet to see any evidence of whatsoever, other than the word of certain intelligence agencies, the same ones, except for one of them, which claimed that there were weapons of mass destruction in Iraq, and there was a consensus from all these agencies that this thing that actually existed. But it's interesting how Bernie Sanders would go along with this in order to forward U.S. imperialist efforts, but doesn't want to raise a single word about how he was robbed of leadership of the Democratic Party when he actually won the most votes. And this was fixed by Debbie Wasserman Schultz. This is the same issue that's in court right now. And Wasserman, along with other high-ranking Democratic Party officials, have argued in court on record that they have no obligation to actually follow the popular vote when it comes to determining the head of the Democratic Party. So Bernie doesn't want to talk about how democracy is overtly and very really and proven to have been subverted in the United States, but he does want to talk about completely unproven allegations that Russia somehow interfered in the election, because people just can't actually accept that the American people voted Donald Trump into office. So it seems really interesting that he's willing to go after one with no evidence and one where there's a ton of evidence, but it was him that actually lost out. Because the point here is to forward the interests of the capitalist class, which first worldists have adamantly denied that Bernie Sanders was a part of. And yet we see him here doing it. So Bernie Sanders, once again, proven to be a false hope, just as all first world candidates actually are. Bourgeois parliamentarism can only carry out the will and the interests of the bourgeoisie. Bernie Sanders took the most money from defense contractor lobbyists in 2016. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.